Hi everyone, thank you so much for watching my brand new YouTube channel. This is the first video of this series, the Toyline Breakdown, and it's actually the first video for my YouTube channel altogether, so I'm quite excited for this one. My idea and vision with this series is to talk about, all the toylines from big and popular series like Masters of the Universe, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, down to the lesser known and more obscure series, like the one we're going to talk about today. I'm going to start this off with a series called Montana. Montana was an Italian-Japanese adventure cartoon series. It started its life on its Japanese network NHK on the April 2nd of 1994. It consisted of 52 episodes and it ran all the way to April 8th of 1995. The series was quite a big success and it ended up broadcasting in over 30 countries. The series takes place in the 1930s and is mainly about the trio Montana Jones, his cousin Alfred, and the reporter Melissa Thorne. This is a series that takes place all over the world. It uses real-life locations like the Taj Mahal and the pyramids. The main objective of the heroes in this series is to retrieve historical artifacts and bring them safely back to the museum. Like any other good cartoon from the 90s, this series also has its main villain. This is Lord Zero. In my personal opinion, I think this series is like a crossover between Indiana Jones and maybe Tailspin from Disney. Even the Montana logo slightly resembles the Indiana Jones logo, in my opinion. But this video is not about the TV series. We're going to talk about the Toyline. And the Toyline has its highlights, and the Toyline has its downsides. I'm so lucky to have, I think I have six characters from this series, and I have a motorcycle figure set which we get back to. I'm going to show the ones I have. But first, let's talk about the back of these cards, so we can see everything that was published. First, we have Montana, we have his cousin Alfred, we have Melissa, we have Coda, which looks to be a chef or something, we have Professor Nitro, and we have Lord Zero. Then we have Montana as an air pilot, we have Montana Deep Sea Action, we have Melissa in the Deep Sea Action series, and we have the two henchmen Slam and Slim in the Deep Sea Action series, and we have Ahmed. And this is where it starts to get a little bit weird for me, because they have decided to give out Lord Zero with a flying stick and with all the cool things they could have done. Why do they choose to highlight, a flying stick? Is Montana supposed to be afraid of this flying stick? He has a fucking plane, so... yeah. Then we have the motorbike set, just says motorbike. We have the classic car. We have the Maya, which I think is Lord Zero's. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's Lord Zero's vehicle. And we have the seaplane. And the seaplane is the one where I think it resembles Tailspin a bit. So it's quite a large series. They published like 13 characters and 4 vehicles, or actually 14 characters if you count the one coming with the motorbike. It actually has its own design, it's black jacket. So yeah, 14 characters and 4 vehicles. So quite a large first wave in any series. I'm gonna showcase the ones that I do have. I didn't know at the time when I bought this that they were so hard to get. I don't know if that's because they weren't that popular or if they all broke. This is not by any means any high quality series like Ninja Turtles or Masters of the Universe or that kind of stuff. This is lower quality, cheaper action figures, so I don't think they survived that much play. I'm gonna start off with the man himself, Mr. Montana. The Montana figure He comes with his whip, binoculars, and he has this gramophone, in which I understood from the series is the professor is sending them hints to where these historical artifacts are through this gramophone. I was wondering why do they have a gramophone as a weapon, you know? Because these cards don't have any information like the TMNT, where you can read on the back what the actual accessories are. You have to kind of use your imagination, and we'll get back to that, because some of these has quite the accessories, you know. But that's Mr. Montana. Next up I have the Air Pilot version of Mr. Montana. This one also comes with a sort of record player, you know. Not the same one, but a different one. I don't know if that's a thing in the series. Maybe they use different record players for different locations or something. I'm not quite sure. He has like this toolbox. He has a backpack, I think, maybe a parachute. And they also come with this card, like many other action figures. This has their own collectible cards. And now is where I think things start to get a little bit weird, because this next one is Melissa. And when I read or did the pre-work for this episode, I read that she was this pretty reporter, you know, and this action figure is by no means pretty. She's fucking scary, you know. She's bloody awful. This is the sort of action figure who gives you nightmare. So I don't think they have quite captured that beautiful reporter in this action figure. She comes with a camera, a notebook, a clock, it looks like. And many of these figure has this small piece here. I don't know if my camera focuses on it, but I'm not quite sure what this is. You can see the Air Pilot also has this small piece. This is silver and this is yellow. So yeah. Next up I have the figure I was talking about. I have the Lord Zero, but I have him with his flying stick. What I can see here is that it's exactly the same figure. But it has this propeller, you know, you put on top of a stick, and it's just funny to me that they made a number, you know, out of a flying stick, which is the most basic weapon you can have. He has his cape, and that's about it, and of course the card. And I've saved, you can call it the best or maybe the worst for last. This is Slim. Deep Sea Action. It starts off really nice because he has this disguise. He has this bird that he puts on his head, pelican, I believe, and he has some wing foots. But he has, I understand what they were thinking at first, because this is supposed to be, you know, like a rock or a ball and chain to put on his leg to sink. But why do they have to make it look like a bomb? You know, this looks like a bomb that he put on his leg. That would be quite the gimmick, you know, to put a ball on your leg and go to the bottom of the sea and kaboom! That's deep sea action for you. But I don't think it's supposed to be a bomb, but it's funny to me that it looks like so. He also has his collectible card. I think actually this figure is quite cool, I think. And I also have his, I don't know if they're brothers or just companions, but this is Slam, Deep Sea Action. He also comes with this ball and chain, or what I should call it, who resembles a bomb. Kaboom! And a bird to put on his head, along with the swimming feet and his collectible card. These two are probably my favorites, but they're also the weirdest of the bunch I have. What I do like about this series, and the reason I bought it in the first place, is the card art, you know, the coloring. I really love to have this in my shelves, along with other more known 90 series. I think they look great. When I bought them, I didn't know that they were so scarce. So I'm quite happy to have this. And now we're gonna talk about the motorbike, because this motorbike it's quite a weird one for me. Kaboom! To start off with the box art, the front of this looks, yeah, it looks okay, you know. Probably some other series who had the similar idea which this were copied from. Please let me know if you know of any. But where it starts to get weird is this box art on the top and the bottom. You know, here we got Melissa running, she looks happy, like wait for me Montana. And you can see he's like waving his fist, and you know, it looks like he's gonna punch her in the face. And he looks real angry. And you can see on the spokes of the wheel, because this bike has spoked wheels, so it's, you know, turning the throttle all the way, and you know, fuck off. It don't look that good, but quite a funny one. The next thing I want to talk about is this punctuations, or this selling arguments here. The first one says free wheel. You would think, yeah, free wheel. It's a motorbike. Imagine if you're going to Harley Davidson to pick up your brand new motorcycle. It's just laying on the ground and the seller goes, yeah, you want wheels with that? Every motorbike comes with wheels. So I just thought that was weird. Steering function. And it fits Montana action figure. Luckily for us, this figure is not it's not sealed, so I'm gonna open it today to put it to the test. Here we have the bike. Yeah, it does have some steering function. Absolutely. That one's correct. You know, to say this fits a Montana figure, it doesn't fit at all. You know, I can't get his hands to hold the steering wheel. I can't get him to sit on the bike. So maybe this is a bike from a different series, which is just or put in this series. A lot of cheaper toy series did that. You know, ripping off some other series or taking the molds or some. It's just a plastic bike, you know. But these sort of weird sets or weird mashups of sets, I love this stuff. I just can't think of why anyone would buy this in the stores when it were new. That's the Montana bike for you. So to sum it up, I think Montana is, you know, as a collector I love it. It's quirky and it's weird, cool colors, some fun figures, but it's nothing unique about the series. What I do wonder, I have seen some pictures of the pieces that are missing, but I have actually never seen the seaplane in either real life or in pictures or anywhere. The information about this series is really scarce. So if anyone has seen the seaplane, please let me know. And I also want to thank you all for watching my first video. Please feel free to comment any input you may have, any wishes, any suggestions. This is, as I said, my first video. I'm not really sure what I'm doing. We're gonna learn as we keep going here. So thank you guys, and please bear with me. I will do my best. Thank you.